under subject Eco 120, dedicated to Madam Chol. Today, we will present and talk about the problem of Macau's inflation and unemployment rate. But before that, we will introduce our group member first. Okay, we'll proceed to the next part, introduction. In this report purpose, we will talking about the problem of inflation and unemployment rate of Macau and show you the data for 15-year trend. Besides that, we'll also include the data for background of the country to improve your understanding about the country well-being before we start with the macroeconomic problem, the reason, the effect, the impact of coronavirus and how the government help the citizen and the country. The definition of inflation and unemployment rate is inflation can be defined as a continuous increase in the general price level (GPL) of goods and services in the country. The unemployment rate is defined as the percentage of unemployed workers in the total labor force.
Okay, next part is about population in Macau. By year 2020, total population in Macau was 649,000 persons.
National income is defined as money value of all the goods and services that have been produced in an economy for a period of time. As you can see, this table has shown the national income rates in Macau. The GNI of Macau in the year of 2017, it is 10.24%. Next year, it is decreased to 8.36%. And continue to decline next year as well until it becomes negative 2.22%. It seems that GNI per capita is also decreased because in the year of 2017, it is 8.52%, but in the year of 2019, it is decreased and becomes negative 3.57%. So, by this, we know that Macau is having severe contraction from the year of 2018 till 2020.
Main sector contributor. In Macau, there are 6 sectors has remained based on gambling in tourism, textile, firework, banking, transportation company, and the media. Gambling tourism is the largest sources of income in Macau. Meanwhile, textile and firework are the second largest sources of economy. For banking, Macau is an offshore financial center, a tax haven and an independent port without a foreign exchange control regime. For transportation company, Air Macau Company Limited is a Macau flag carrier airline and has also operated service to 24 destinations. Media in Macau is available in the form of television and radio, newspaper, magazine and even the internet. Among the sources mentioned gave a pretty good income in the previous few years. This is chart pie of yearly income rates in Macau, which is in 2018, the income is 34,852 million USD. In 2019, the income is 66,254 million USD. In 2020, the income is 22,262 million USD. In 2021, the income is 12,057 income for now.
The national debt of Macau China, including US dollar debt, amounted for 283.43% of its nominal GDP in December 2020, reaching US $4 trillion, up from 223.34% the previous quarter.
Inflation. As you can see in the table, the highest rate of inflation is in year 2008, which is 8.61%, caused by two main factors. First, the increase in living costs in Macau that is particularly caused by the enormous number of tourists who has pushes up the rental price and food price. This means houses become incredibly affordable for an average wage earner. Second, It is because income inequality remained to be serious. This resulted in the income of low-income group and middle-income group did not grow as fast as the GDP. The income gap between the top quintile and the bottom quintile income group has increased. This means that Macau's growth benefit the higher income groups more than the lower groups. In conclusion, the combination of tourism arrival, casino growth, and development of gaming industry is affecting Macau inflation rate.
Next, there are several actual government policy for inflation. First, the government leveraging unique advantages to optimize the diversification. Second, the government improving people's livelihoods and fairly sharing the fruits of development. And the last one, the government promoting the spirit of humanism and improving cultural establishment.
The unemployment. The rapidly growing gaming sector making Macau small and medium-sized enterprises are expected to struggle to retain their employees. Because of the termination of multi-fiber agreement in 2005, Macau's conventional manufacturing industry has all but vanished. Total export were less than $1 billion in 2009, while gaming revenue was nearly $15 billion by 2010. In this case, the gaming sector growth situation also can unintentionally contribute to the unemployment rate. But as you can see in the table, the highest rate of unemployment is in year 2006, which is 3.9%, and this unemployment rate is below 4%. So it's still considered as the normal rate.
There are several government policy for unemployment. First, the government aims to provide better training to workers and to increase the effectiveness and mobility of the population. Second, the government also provide information on legislative improvements introduced with respect to small and medium-sized enterprise, also known as SME. Last but not least, the government has continued to provide extensive support measures for small and medium-sized enterprise, including for young entrepreneurs who lack source of income.
For the impact of inflation and unemployment in the country due to coronavirus, for the inflation rate based on the diagram, we can see in April 2021, consumer prices in Macau fell 0.64% month by month, down from 0.97% the previous month. It was the 8th consecutive month of inflation. However, it was the slowest since September 2020 as prices in leisure and cultural decreased at a slow pace as the city closed its borders to regional and foreign arrivals. On the other side, prices have risen for housing and fuels due to rising electricity costs as well as other goods and services. Consumer prices increased 0.80% on a monthly basis following its 0.28% decline the previous month. For the unemployment rate in the 3 months from February to April 2021, the unemployment rate in Macau increased to 3.0%, up from 2.9% in the previous 3 months due to coronavirus epidemic. It was the highest unemployment rate since February to April 2010, with an increase of 400 unemployed to 12,000 and a decrease of 2,400 employed to 382,500, mostly in workers, retail trade, construction, hotels and related industries. The labour force participation rate dropped to 69.6% from 69.9% in the previous 3 months period.
Stimulus package is an attempt to boost economic spending that has been given by the government to their residents due to coronavirus. Macau government had injected around 5.88 billion to the local market to raise the domestic demand. Not only that, they also provide 8,000 and making them into a coupon before giving it to the residents. After that, Macau create a startup money like transfer 5,000 MOP into the e-payment apps or getting it through Macau Pass. Last but not least, Macau have planning to invest 2.2 billion patakas in vouchers for the permanent residents, and each of them will get 3,000 patakas. It all planning when the pandemic is over.
For the conclusion, Macau is not just how tourists influence that Macau is nothing more than a giant casino, but there are many key sources for the city's economic growth. In particular, while COVID-19 is running, the economy has declined too much, and this is having too profound an impact for the city due to the lack of tourists coming to visit Macau. It also affects Macau on the national debt, which is likely to bring down the economy of Macau.
That's all
That's all from us.
Thank you for watching the video.
Bye.